Back on the Rabbit again. Today we're working on the next issue the thing had. When I bought it off Jordan, he had just had a alternator put on it. Well, he put an alternator on it. It was rebuilt by a local rebuilder, because I guess the alternator for this thing's totally obsolete and not available anymore. So, here it is on the floor. The issue was, the first few times I started it just to move it around the yard, the charge light would come on, then once you'd rev it, it would go away. And then it gradually stayed on longer and longer, and now it doesn't charge anymore. So, yeah, here's this thing. I was the right alternator for the car. Who knows? Now, I learned a while ago that these Chevy alternators, which are 1974 up through like 86, I think someone called them a 10SI alternator, these magically fit everything. I don't know why. You think it was nearly impossible. But here, let me show you. So, this Volkswagen alternator, thick ear, thin ear. Yeah. It's exactly the same. I have one of these on a 49 Chevy that I have. It replaced the original generator. It bolted right on that. My friend has them on some 60s and 70s Fords. They bolt right on that. My other friend put one on his Gremlin. All he had to do was grind his ear a little bit, and it fit right on. These alternators are nice because they're internally regulated. They just have, where's it at here? There you go, 2 wires to hook up there, and this is your main charging wire. You actually only have to hook up one of these wires goes loop right back to here, and then the other wire gets put to a key on. And that's it, the alternators just charge. They don't really go bad that often. Like, you might need to change one every like 25 years or something. And they just work. So instead of messing with this terrible Volkswagen alternator and its terrible nonsensical wiring that's down here, I'm just going to put one of these on. Now the first obvious difference you'll see is that this thing has a ridiculously long pulley. For some reason I noticed almost all, I don't know, older Volkswagens have this weird long pulley. Why didn't they just move the alternator out? I don't know. So, here is this alternator. This is actually off a Chevette, so that'll piss people off of Volkswagens even more. So we'll just pull this stuff off, and we'll keep the fan on, who knows. Someone gave me this 90s alternator to see if it would fit off a Jetta or something. It doesn't fit, the ears are different. But what it was useful for is it came with spacer, another spacer, and another pulley. See if I can get a washer. Yep, there it is. Check that out. It lines up exactly. Okay, here's how you wire this business here. So there is a 2-pin connector here. It's the same on all these internally regulated GM alternators these years. Like I said, they run from 74 through 87 roughly, or 86. You'll see this one has them 2 flat next to each other. There's another connector here. See, they go the other way. This is the externally regulated plug. So that's wrong. So anyway, these things are very simple to wire. Plug goes in to the alternator in its keyed proper position. Then you will take, looking at the alternator in this perspective, the right wire, and you run it right back to the positive voltage post. This is your charge wire. This runs to the battery. And then this white wire, the one that's on your left, has extended here. This runs into somewhere where you can get key on power. So it's power that's only on when you have the ignition on and the car running. And this will actually trigger the alternator to charge. And that's it. You hook those 3 wires up, and they just work. Okay, the factory bracket was hitting the body. So this is another Chevette piece. I cut off all the extra here, but this is the bottom alternator bracket off a Chevette. So I think this is going to work for the situation. Okay, I have it all wired up here. So the big charging wire just kind of dangles over the engine bay over the positive terminal. And then the little wire goes inside to the fuse panel, and I found a spot that has a key on power. Yeah, there's the key on, and the rear defrost. That fuse port has power only when the ignition key is on or running. So let's see how it works now.